Hi everyone! Today's video I am sharing with you my experiences with all of the sunscreens that I have tried so far. So all of these I kinda reviewed already on their own. So this is going to be just an overall review of all of the things, and I'm gonna compare it later on with one another, and then I'm just gonna rank it based on my experiences. But before we begin, I'd like you to know that I have sensitive, oily, and acne-prone skin. And I also live in a hot and humid country, so my reviews might be different, or my experiences might be different from your experiences, because we all have different skin types and different weather conditions. So let's begin. The first one is this La Roche-Posay Anthelius Anti-Imperfections, and you can see I've already used this up. But this one is not available here in the Philippines, but this one is the European formula, because I think there's a different formula for the ones sold in the States. So this Anthelius, I bought it for around $30 or 1,500 pesos, and you only get 50 ml of the product. So that's quite expensive for how much product you get and for how much you pay. But for the performance of this one, it was nice. At first, I didn't notice any white cast, but throughout the day, I would get like white patches I would put this in the morning and I won't see any white patches. So I thought that was good. But then throughout the day, I would notice like white patches around my face, and apparently I thought it was my foundation or it was my makeup, but apparently it was this one. So just take note of that. But as for performance, it was nice. The consistency, it was a bit thick, and it was a bit, I kind of had to tug on my skin. And the smell is typical sunscreen smell. If you guys want a more detailed review of this one, I reviewed this in a separate video, so I'll link that in the description box. But yeah, this was okay, but it was kind of expensive for how much I paid for it, and also with the white patches and how not available it is here in the Philippines. It was okay. If you can grab your hands on it, then, and you don't mind the white patches, this is a good sunscreen for sensitive skin, because I didn't break out from this one. And then this one this one is the Neutrogena Ultra Sheer Dry Touch Sunscreen, and this has SPF 50+. This has 88 ml of product for around $10 or 500 pesos. I have been using this brand, this particular sunscreen ever since I was in 4th grade. So this does not break me out. I mean, if I broke out, it's not because of this one. It's because I was growing up. It was because of puberty. It was because of hormones. It wasn't because of this one. This one is a bit more emollient than the La Roche-Posay, and this one has a good scent. It's not scented like perfumey scent, but it's just a typical sunscreen scent. And it has a dry touch sunscreen. It has a dry touch feel, so it does not feel oily, because some sunscreen feel a bit oily, but this one does not. And this one feels a bit drier. It's not dry, but it does not feel oily compared to this one. This one, it wasn't oily, but it was, you know, this sunscreen that you wear on the beach, the consistency of that one, it's similar to this one. But this one has less, but this Neutrogena has less tugging, because it feels a bit lighter on the skin. And yeah, if you guys are looking for a very affordable sunscreen, this Neutrogena Dry Touch Sunscreen is really good. It did not break me out. It was good for my oily skin. It was good for the hot weather here in the Philippines, and it's readily available. So yeah, I really recommend this one if you are looking for an affordable one. Now, if you are breaking out and you need something that's really just to calm your skin, I would recommend you to try this Elta MD Skincare UV Clear Broad Spectrum SPF 46 for acne-prone skin. This one is a mineral sunscreen, and this mineral sunscreen compared to physical sunscreen can cause flashbacks, but I haven't noticed any flashbacks with this one. And I bought this one even though it's not available here in the Philippines. I bought it in the States, and I bought it even though it was so expensive. It was around almost $40. And it was expensive considering you only get 48 grams of product on this one. But the consistency, it was so... It wasn't runny, but it was more of like a gel-like formula. So it was really nice to apply on the skin. And this has niacinamide, zinc oxide, and it's just perfect for acne-prone skin. When I was breaking out, I just used this one. I didn't notice it helping with my breakouts, reducing my breakouts, because I don't think this has salicylic acid, but I noticed it helping me not have any more acne. So during the peak of my skin problems, I used this one, and it really helped with my skin. And it also felt, since it has niacinamide, I think it felt a bit more, it felt really light and a bit moisturizing, which is good because if you have acne-prone skin, you probably are using a lot of acids to dry out the acne. So a little bit of a hydration from your skincare is nice. So yeah, if you are willing to spend, if you are willing to invest in your skin, then try this one if you are having, if you have pretty sensitive skin or acne-prone skin. I really recommend this one, but it's quite expensive. And then I also have two Klairs sunscreen in here. You guys know how much I love sunscreen and how much I love Klairs, so I bought this one. I've already reviewed this, and I've also already compared the two together. But just for a quick overall review, this one is the Klairs Soft Airy UV Essence. This one is geared more towards all skin types, and this one is a bit lighter than this one. This is the Klairs Midday Blue UV Shield, and this is more geared towards people with combination to oily skin, because the formula of this one is a bit drier. Yeah, it's a bit less watery than the Klairs, than the white one. And this one smells nice, it smells fresh. This one smells a bit like popcorn. At first it was a bit weird, but I got used to it. But if I have to choose between the two, I'd get this one because this is more geared towards my skin. And then lately there has been a controversy regarding the Purito sunscreen about it not having 50 SPF. Rather, it only contained around 19 SPF. And apparently Klairs is also produced in that same laboratory. So it's not certain, but there are talks about the Klairs, at least this white one, not having 50 SPF. It actually, they say that it only has SPF 19. So I'm not sure, I don't know the exact data, but yeah, I just would like you to know. Because of that, I'm not gonna this one is such a good sunscreen, but I'm not gonna repurchase it because I need a higher SPF. And they say that the Klairs UV one is not created in that same lab, so perhaps this has a better SPF. This has a higher SPF than the white one. And then the last products that I have are all Purito sunscreens. So I have the Centella Green Level Unscented one, the original one, the Safe Sun SPF 50, and this one is the Comfy Water Sunblock. Let's first start with the Centella Green Level sunscreen. The Centella Green Level Safe Sun SPF 50 is the one that was controversial because it was found out that it does not contain SPF 50, it only contains SPF 19. And this one is a cult favorite by everyone, so it caused quite a stir here in the Asian market. But yeah, I'm not sure about that, but for the performance, this was okay. It smells really fresh, and it was runny, it was moisturizing. That's why it's really good for all skin types. And even though it's good for all skin types, for my sensitive skin, it was good. I didn't experience any breakouts for this one, and it's very easy to apply. So this would have been perfect because it was also affordable. It was less than $18, but again, it does not contain 50 SPF. And then I also have this Centella Green Level Unscented Sun. It's the same with the original one, but this one is unscented. And I originally bought this because I have pretty sensitive skin, and the Green Level one has some fragrance to it. So I bought the unscented one. However, for some reason, this broke me out, while the one with fragrance didn't. So obviously, I would recommend this one if it contained 50 SPF, but it does not. So this one is the unscented Centella Green Level Sunscreen, and yeah, as I mentioned, it broke me out. It has the same consistency as the Green Level one, but it broke me out. Again, guys, if you want more specific reviews regarding this sunscreen, I'm gonna link them all below because I already reviewed all of this on their own with swatches and all that. And then the last one is from Purito again. This is the Comfy Water Sunblock SPF 50. And this one is geared towards combination skin. I have oil skin, but this still works for me. It's the same with the other Purito. This has 60 ml of product and it costs less than $20. And this one has a thicker formula than the Centella ones, but I don't mind that because I have oily skin, so the consistency reminds me of the blue one from Claire's, wherein it's less runny. It's still very easy to apply, but it's less runny than like a gel-like formula. So it's not like a cream, but it's like in between cream and gel. That's the formula of this one and the blue one from Claire's. So I like this. I actually prefer this over the Centella line of Purito, and hopefully this contains SPF 50 rather than SPF 19 like the Centella one. But yeah, I like this one. I've also reviewed this one, so there you go. From all of the sunscreens that I've shown you, the only one that broke me out was the Centella Green Level Unscented Sun, but all the rest worked out for me. And save for the Purito one that contains less than 50 SPF, I would recommend all of the sunscreens that I tried. It just depends on the budget that you have, the constraints that you have, and how available you can buy these products. If I have to recommend something, if you're on a budget and you're just looking for a sunscreen that would do the job, go for Neutrogena. I've used this for years already, since I was in 4th grade. This is good. This is a tried and tested, and my family uses this, and it works for them, so I really recommend it one. And if you have the money and you want to just have a safe sunscreen that will help with your acne, that will help with your skin, or if you have very sensitive skin that all sunscreen does not work for you, go for the Elta MT. It's quite expensive, but it does the job. The formula is nice. It's really a medical grade sunscreen, you should say. And yeah, it's quite expensive, but if you really want to improve your skin, then I think you also have to invest. So go for Elta MT. But for me, for my everyday sunscreen right now, I would go for either Claire's and this Purito one. I just hope that these contain SPF 50, because if they contain less than 30 SPF, then I'd have to look for another one, because I live in a hot country, so I need all the sunscreen that I can get. But for now, I've searched for it and there's no like controversy regarding these two, so for now I recommend this two together. They both have the same price anyway. This one is less than $18 and contains 60 ml. This one contains 80 ml for around $20. So this is quite expensive from the start, but this contains a lot more products, so it's the same. So for my everyday right now, I'd recommend this one. But I'm gonna try other sunscreens as well, because I need something that I'm quite sure that it has enough SPF. So yeah, that's it for this overall review of all of the sunscreens. I hope you guys learned something, and I hope it was so helpful. And if you guys again want my in-depth review of all of this sunscreen, then check the description box because they're gonna be there. But yeah, that's gonna end this video. I hope you guys have fun and enjoy your day. Bye.